Thank you, Ali. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. It's a nice evening, and I hope that every night will be nice as this night. And we are looking forward for happiness in this life and whatever life after that life. We are always looking for something good. I was coming from outside and I saw these many books around, different authors, different covers, but all of them, they are trying to explain how can we reach the highest level of happiness through finding our realities and finding to whom we belong. Do we belong to someone? Or do we belong only to ourselves? Is there a relationship between the universe, the cosmos, and ourselves, or there is no relationship? These books and these authors are trying to unite humanity to make sure that there are no differences, as the symbol outside state clearly that there are no differences between different beliefs. All of us, we have something in common, and not one thing in common, but many things in common. We have head, we have ears, eyes, we have nose, we have a body that we can see from outside, we have a body that doctors can see from inside. They learned about it and they try to fix it if there is a problem. So means we can fix our problems, internal problems, if we are able to study about our nature and about ourselves. The most important is to look within ourselves, to look inside us, not to look outside. Always we are looking outside ourselves. The most important is to look within ourselves, inside ourselves. That in is important, because that in takes us to the real in. We might say, what is that real in? And it's so simple. It's not the I-N, it's that the I-double-N. The I-double-N means is the in, the real home is within us. That's what we have to discover. And the real in, to discover it, we have to know about ourselves, who we are. And that's why there is a saying in Arabic, says, "Man arifa nafsahu faqad arifa rabbahu." Who knows himself, knows his reality, knows his Lord. If you don't know yourself, how you are going to know someone higher than you, someone that very far and in the same time very near, but you cannot see because we are not looking in the right way in order to be able to see what is there. And that's why if you take example of Buddha, he was, when he left his kingdom and his father and his family and his son, I think many of you might know that story, and he went to search for reality. He didn't say, I have a sultanate, I have a kingdom, my father is the king, but I want more than that. He said, no, that's king, and that kingdom is going to pass out. We are going to leave it. We are going to go to the higher level of kingdom, to the higher level of knowledge, to the higher level of the realities. And he went searching for reality until he found the reality, finding himself. So our situation is that we have to be able to go and look for our realities. Realities are not so easy to learn about. It takes time and it takes experience and training. There was one big Orientalist who went all around the world seeking for knowledge. And he studied all kinds of knowledges, means all kinds of religions and beliefs. And he said, I'm not satisfied. Didn't make a change in my life. So I went to begin to ask people, scholars, or masters, spiritual masters, or professors. He was a big professor. Asking them questions about the reality of this life. I found that they give me answers that already I know. I know what they are, what kind of answers. I learned these answers. I'm looking forward for more. I was not able to find. Finally, they advised me to go to someone who lives in a mountain in Middle East by himself, in a secluded place. I went there and I said to him, you are the last one that I'm going to ask you similar questions, what we asked the others. If I am not going to be content with your answer, I'm not going to bother myself to ask anyone anymore. Finish. He said to him, what is your question? He said, my question is that I want to ascend. Like someone, I want to hold something that I can ascend. And whenever I try, I feel I am like holding air. There is nothing. I cannot move. Give me something that I can understand myself. He said, oh my son, this master lived 110 years old. He said, my son, and he was 70 years, so still there is difference of 40 years. So he said, my son, to him, of course you are going to feel you are not holding anything, no rope. You cannot see the rope, but the rope exists. Why the rope exists? Scientifically, there are many ropes here in this room. There are rope, if you want to say ropes, or wires or thread, they are moving. Because everything, I'm a little bit moving from the main story to explain something. When we look here, we don't see anything. It's empty. But we cannot say it's empty. In reality, it's not empty. This room is full not only of us, but full of many things else. And these are, if you want really to know what they are, bring a radio and put it here, open, and you can hear people talking, speakers. You can hear songs, not 5 minutes, hours and hours of songs. Or you bring a TV and you can see a picture with a sound. Means this room has something special that makes this radio you can hear and make this TV you can see. Means these wavelengths that they are being sent through this universe from the stations, from their stations, are passing through this room, and a machine can detect them. A TV can detect them, or a radio can detect them. And these machines are being invented by people. What you think about machines that has been created by a creator are not able to detect more than a machine invented by a human being? So God gave us a machine that, like this machine, like this TV or like this radio, can detect these wavelengths, long wavelengths, short wavelengths, acute wavelengths, analog, digital, whatever you want. Analog wavelengths, you can have 50, 60 stations. Digital wavelengths, you can have thousands of stations. And you need a dish satellite in order to detect that, and a box. They gave us this dish. They are like a satellite. You can receive all kind of signals coming on this plate here, and then the inner ear take them inside through a system, very complicated system, turn these wavelengths into a sound. How big is that? How complicated is that? It's not so simple. Go to a dialysis machine. The kidney has, if there are doctors here, they can help me. The kidney has more than 1 million small holes that can detect the poison and can detect necessary minerals that the body requires. So it throw the poison, it keep the minerals. Correct, doctor? Yeah. So it is so small like that, not bigger than this. Can do the work of a huge machine today, like this big. That small kidney, who invented that? Can anyone invent a kidney? No way. So to know, we have to know about ourselves. He said to him, of course you cannot hold, no, go back to the story. You cannot hold the rope because you are not really holding something that you can be able to see. When you want to hold the rope, if there is a rope here in the middle of the rope, you look at it, you see it, you hold it, you climb. That's correct. But if you were blind, You don't know where is the hole, where is the rope to hold. So if the heart is not able to see, or the eyes, not these eyes, there are eyes that can see what people cannot see. These eyes don't say that, oh, he's speaking nonsense. No, TV can see why I cannot see. TV can turn these signals into a picture. Why my eyes cannot turn these signals into a picture? It can, but it needs training. Without training, we cannot get that. So he said, oh my son, you have to train yourself to get these signals. He said, how I can do that? He said, so simple. I will tell you something about, if you bring to me a seed, any fruit tree seed, apple, for example, anything you want, and you plant it. After some time, a green shoot, a green shoot comes out. From where? It is a seed. How it turned out to be a green shoot? There is a transformation. There is evolving. So you have to evolve yourself. You have to move forward. Everything in this universe is movement. There is nothing without movement. Don't believe. If there is no movement, there is no creation. There is no life. You are sitting and you are moving. Don't think you are sitting still. No, there is a movement. All of us, we are moving. Moving within our own system and moving together with this universe around us. Example, like the earth. Earth is moving around its axis. Well, where is the axis? We cannot see it. But it is moving in an anti-clockwise movement. Turning. What it does when it turns? It creates day and night. But the question is, with what fuel the earth is turning? There must be fuel. You cannot turn something without an engine. That has to have an engine. And that engine needs to have some fuel inside. What kind of, is it a atomic reaction fuel that turns Earth? How it's turning? Is it a gasoline or diesel or gas or is it? No. It's something that we cannot see, but it exists because the earth is turning. And when it turns, it's making a movement. And with the movement, you have day and you have night. The moon is turning. With the movement of the moon around the earth, you are creating a month. Who did that? Me? You? No. There is someone that did that. Whatever you want to call. There is a reality there that we are trying to find, all of us, to find that reality. That's what is in common. There is a reality in common that we all sharing. So earth and moon turn around the sun to create the year. So they are turning around a constant mass, which is the sun, that does not move. But the sun itself, it has a movement, it has atomic reaction on its surface. It is creating, by itself, is creating light. It's creating this great heat, solar heat, that without it there is no life. Without the moon you can live, but without the sun you cannot. So there is something that is in common, which is the movement. If there is no movement to find the reality, then we cannot exist. In our body, in our system, there is the movement of the heart. Heart is in continuous movement. When the heart stops, you stop. If the mind stops, still you're living. But if the heart stops, no life. You can be on on health support, but if someone is in coma, we hope that no one will be in coma and everyone will be healthy. And mind does not work, but his heart is working, he can live. As soon as the heart stops, means that movement of that muscle stops, everything stops. Electrons, they are moving within their atom. They are moving and circumambulating. They are constantly, they are around the mass, they are counterclockwise turning in a speed of light, 300,000 kilometers per second. Who makes them to move? They are moving. They are happy. They are, what we call it, not dancing, what?
Word.
She said one word better. Sacred movement. They have a sacred movement around their mass. Everything that we find, if you break it onto atom, you find within the atom the electrons are moving around in a great speed around their mass. So means we are of two kinds, of a mass which is equal to the mass of the atom, and electron which is equal to the soul. So we are a combination of a mass and a soul. Without the soul we cannot live, without the mass we cannot live. So it means we are sharing values. Soul and body are sharing the same values. And we are brothers and sisters. We are sharing the same reality. So he said to him, if you cannot train yourself to be like that seed, then you cannot find reality. He said, I didn't understand what you mean by consider myself like that seed. He said, that seed we planted, it gives a shoot, and after a while it becomes a branch, a trunk. After the trunk has branches. After branches you will get fruit. So from that seed you will have hundreds and hundreds of fruit that people can eat and enjoy. But if you go back to the seed and dig to find the seed, you don't find it. It transformed, it disappeared. It became a trunk, it became a tree, full tree. So, oh my son, if you are not going to completely eliminate your bad desires, your bad ego, to completely demolish it, you will never become a fruitful tree. So to know these rope where they are and to see them, you have to eliminate your bad desires, because always there is a struggle between good and evil within us. From beginning of life till today, there is a struggle between good and evil. If you are not going to be able to be patient, you will never able to separate good from evil. If you are going to think in the way of your ego, how your ego wants you to go, the bad desires, I'm not speaking about the good desires, means the selfishness or greediness or the hate that you have within you, or the animosity against others, or conspiring against others. If you don't eliminate them like that seed and is not there anymore, means your identity is completely demolished. You cannot be able to see what people cannot see. You cannot be able to hear what people cannot hear. That's what you need. You should leave the seed. Take a chicken. Chicken lays eggs and sit on the eggs. After 21 days, chicks comes. The egg's gone. A new generation came. Means you have to demolish your complete identity that is leaning toward badness. You have to eliminate that from your life. He said, how I can do that? He said, it's so simple. Exclude yourself for some time from every desire that you like. Try to be, your desire is only for one. That one is what you are going to seek through your journey to find. When you find that reality, that one, then you'll be able to live forever. You will be able to understand what is hidden. That's why it is said in a saying in Arabic, الناس سواسية كأسنان المشط. People are equal, like the teeth of the comb are equal. لا فرق بين عربي ولا أعجمي إلا بالتقوى. There is no difference between a believer or non-believer except through righteousness. Who is more sincere, who is more pious, is the one that considered a believer. The one who is considered unbeliever is the one who is not pious, who lies too much. One of the famous Arab thinkers, he said that there are 4 elements that if you keep them well, you'll be able to succeed in your life. And this is Sayyidina Ali, Karramallahu wajhah. He said that first of all, everyone likes to talk. Don't talk. Like me, I like to talk. So, because speakers always like to talk. It's better not to talk. To keep. Don't open. He said, first is an-nutq. An-nutq is when you open your mouth to begin to talk. He said, don't do it. Leave it. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. Because today, people are in a rush. They want immediately to say what they want to say. They might offend others without knowing. So he said, don't talk. You are in a gathering. The most important, he said, first is silent. If talk from silver, silent is from gold. If we can say talk from silver, we can say silent, to be silent is from gold. And that's why he said, please keep yourself as much as you can, humble yourself as if you know nothing. Even you might know everything, you might be the best between the community, but keep low profile. Listen. As-sama' is to listen. You listen. Listen to what people they say. Listen what they are argue. Don't be like a parliament. You can see them today in England. Is big problem. This one from here, that one from here. This one stand up from the opposition. The other one stand up from the Labour Party. It's going big. So no, don't keep silent. Don't listen. Second is to listen. When you listen and you don't say anything, you begin to have wisdom to listen very carefully in order that you can give your answer carefully. He said, if you listen very carefully, then you can develop slowly within yourself an answer. But even that answer, if you have it ready, don't speak about it until the third level, which is another. To open your eyes and observe. So when they are talking to each other and giving their opinion and you are listening, you are observing what kind of reaction they are reacting to each other. Then you develop a picture. When you develop a picture, then now you have an idea of what they said. You have an idea of how they reacted. Then you make your move. The last thing is al-haraka, is to make your move, like chess players. They don't move their what do you call it? Stone quickly. They wait. They look at you, and the other one is thinking, and you are looking at him. You are reading his mind. They are very clever because they do a lot of meditation. Yeah, they meditate on the stone to see where they're going to move it, what the stone going to give them an answer. So they're thinking and looking, and as soon as he moves, checkmate. He's clever. So the other one also does not take an action, does not react quickly. He takes his time. How much sometimes they stay? 1 hour to move one stone? It is like that. And then the other one thinking, and then move his stone. He tells him, you checkmate. So it's better that don't talk at the beginning, listen to what they say, observe what they do, then you make your move. Then your move come straight forward. So in our today understanding is that we are not secluding ourselves from the bad desires of this world. People are so much into, look how many people here, 100, 200, whatever, 300, 1,000, 100,000. Australia is how many? 20 million? 30 million? 22 millions. Where are they? We have only 200 people. So these people here who are here are coming for finding reality, for meditation. I hope that the whole world, around the world, everyone will run to such kind of meetings, because this is how you can build brotherhood and sisterhood. This is how you can merge beliefs together, and then you make peace on earth. Now 100 years since 1876, 120, 30 years, this organization still struggling to bring people and to make peace on earth. Even the Pope, with millions and millions and millions of believers, he is struggling to bring peace on earth. Many others from Muslim countries, they are struggling to bring peace on earth, but there is no peace. We are seeing more bloodshed, because people, there is a struggle between good and evil. No one is looking for such kind of meetings. Here from different faiths you have people, why they are not fighting with each other? Give them, let's see, machine guns, they are going to shoot each other? No, they will not. Give them, not even they carry a knife in their pockets, not a clipper. Because they are peaceful people. So we have to look within ourselves, within our heart, in order to find where are our problems located, try to solve it. Because if we cannot solve our own problems, we cannot solve the problems of the others. So it is said and very well established that who knows his limits, he stops by his limits. You cannot go beyond your limits. My limit is here, I can stand here, but what we are seeing today, my limits are here, I'm jumping there. You cannot jump there. You break your leg. That's why we have a broken community. Because everyone wants to jump. Everyone wants to come up to the ladder. In one step, he wants to be up. You want to be content? Look at those who are below you. Then I will be content, I'll be happy. Oh, thank you very much, oh my Lord. You gave me health, you gave me wealth, you gave me eating, breathing, everything. And I look at these poor people, they are in hospitals, they have different sicknesses, they have different problems. You'll be so happy. But if we look up to others, we begin to establish jealousy. Why they are better than us? We have to be better than them. Why have they have money? We have to have money. But you look at these poor guy in homeless people. When you look at them and you look at yourself, you run to help them. You be happy with what you have, but still you feel bad for they don't have anything. You go and help them. But if we look up, we never see the one that are in need. Because you are looking up, you are not looking down. And those are in need, they are looking for you to give them a look and say to them, hello, come, I will help you. You don't see that. Some people, they do that, but not everyone. So our duty really is always to be with the others in order to help them. I was in a conference, and psychologist is Psychology and Sufism. The title is Psychology and Sufism, or Psychology and Spirituality. And there are many speakers, they are very, very famous speakers and so on. And they were quoting different psychologists about different issues. And one of them, he said, he's very famous, very humble person, he's a professor, and he said that according to that famous psychologist, you have every day a duty to count all your good manners and try to improve them by counting them and checking them. And this is how you can improve yourself. And then he went into an explanation. So when I came, my time for presentation, I said I studied that, but to me it's a little bit, there is a better way of looking into ourselves. And he said, how? I said, instead of counting what is good in us, it is better to count what is bad in us. Because what is good already we have it. We don't want to improve more. We can improve it later. But let us look at what is bad in us and count them and eliminate them. Then when we count badness in us, anything that we do what is not good, we count them and we study them daily and we eliminate them next day from our life, then it will take us becoming better person within the community and society. Instead of looking at our good actions, we get arrogance, we become arrogant. Because we can become proud of ourselves. But when we count what is bad in ourselves, we become not arrogant. We will look at ourselves, we'll be ashamed of ourselves that we acted something like that. We begin to eliminate them in order to people look at us in a better way. He looked at me, he said, I'm very happy that I met with you. It's a very nice way of putting it. I never thought like that. And this comes from our Sufi backgrounds, because in Sufism we don't count what is good. We say what's good is from our Lord, but what is bad is from us. So we have to fix ourselves, take the bad away, and keep what is good. So Sufism trains us in eliminating badness and ascending us with everything that is perfect. Sufism is a study, a teaching how to improve moral excellence in our lives and in our communities. And that's why we can see that Sufis, today they tell you, what can you give me a definition of Sufism in one line, in one sentence? How you are going to give an ocean in one sentence? So we were thinking and thinking and thinking, and we said that with other friends and so on. I said that Sufism is a reality. It was a reality without a name. It was before, when everything was good before, when people were simple, when people were living. Because we speak about modernity today, we speak about technology and so on. But when you live in the village, you have more purity than when you live in a city. You are in between the nature. So you will have no pollution. So in the city, a lot of pollution from each other. We are polluting each other. It's not pollution only of factories. It's pollution of each other through negative energies that's floating around. So I said Sufism is a reality without a name. It was a reality without a name because people were so close to each other. In the same building, they know each other. In the same village, they know who is your neighbor all the way through the whole village. Today, do you know your neighbor? No one knows his neighbor. No one talks to his neighbor. No one says hello to his neighbor. So, but today, it is a name without a reality. Before, it was a reality without a name. They never call it Sufism. Today we are calling it Sufism, but without a reality. It's empty. We are trying to improve it. These few people like you here are seeking for spirituality, are looking for something to fill their vacuum, the vacuum of spiritual life, spiritual contentment. This is what we are looking forward, and we are asking your support and our Lord's support to bring that back to humanity in order to live a peaceful life and a happy life. May God bless you. May God support you. Usually I don't speak more than 45 minutes. I think it is 45 minutes now. Is not? Or more? Just.